Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on Night Road. So, I don't have the book with me right now, as I will explain a little bit later in this video, but I finished reading it a couple days ago, and after letting it sink in for a little bit, I have a rating, and I am going to tell you guys my thoughts on it. So, overall, I would rate Night Road by Kristin Hannah. I think I would give it a 4. Like between 3.75 to a 4 out of 5. And so here are my spoiler-free thoughts. So for me, as you saw in the last video that I was talking about my progress in reading it, the first 60 pages to me were pretty slow, and they were more, I felt like I was just reading a teen romance, a young adult romance, which is not my genre that is not my subgenre of fiction that I like to read. And so I was kind of like, bro, why is it seeming like a slowish young adult romance situation going on here? But as I kept reading, it was really the backstory of something that happens in the middle of the book that changes everything. So the slowness and the buildup of different relationships and stuff, and Jude, the mother's relationship with Lexi, I was talking about how they were dual point of views. It all kind of, it came together, and it was all supporting the way Kristin Hannah wrote it. That reading it seemed okay, what are we getting at here? I'm just watching these two women's lives and how they intersect, but it was really just building a reality until the big conflict that happens in the book, and then now you're oh, and now you have all the correct backstory of this is their relationship. So really the boring part to me in the first 60 to 100 pages was really just building up the backstory and the history of the relationship, of the characters' relationships with each other, so that when this event happens in the book, it makes so much sense, and now you know where everybody stands and stuff. So that was really good. And then at the end of the book, it really, so many things happened. This is why, okay, in my Fiber Friends Patreon, I made a post about who's read this book, because I want to talk about it, and I wish I could just put a video up and just talk about everything. And I wish I had a friend who I could talk to about this book, because right now I don't really have that many friends. I used to have some good friends, and with life, some friends come and some friends go and some friends stay, but especially as you get older, and I'm married now. I've been married for a little over a year and a half, and so after getting married, and I moved out of the state that I was living in for a few years, and I've been traveling in the van with my husband. Oh, I forgot to update you guys. We're in Utah. We made it out of Washington, and it's beautiful here, and it just feels like home here. And my husband and I are gonna settle down and not build by hand, but we're gonna I'm gonna get a job, and we're gonna save up for an apartment or a townhouse. Maybe we'll even get a little cat. So I'm really excited about that, and it feels good. So I just update on that. We're good, and we are in Utah now, so it feels really nice, and it actually feels like summer here. So anyway, but I really want to have a friend to talk to about this book. So if you've read Night Road, please, in the comments, or join the Fiber Friends Club Patreon with me, and we can talk about it there, with no boundaries. I would love that. So yeah, towards the end of the book, the way that it wrapped up was really honestly beautiful, and there's a couple time jumps too, where the first time jump is by 4 years, I think, and then from 2003 to, wait, no, was it 4 years? No, it was by 3 years. From, I think it was 2002 to 2005 or something like that. And then there was like a time jump of 6 years. It takes place in Washington, which is kind of funny. And yeah, it was, by the end of the book, the resolution and everything, it was an amazing story. And it turned out that the mom, Jude, is the main character, and pretty much the book just goes through like how she starts off as sort of like a very controlling helicopter mom, perfectionist, and then one event basically changes how she views life, how she views other people. Like, she goes through intense hatred and like so many feelings of like loss and stuff, and like by the end of the book, it's like how she was shaped by this one event that happens, and what kind of woman she is after that's over, and like her overcoming her grief and overcoming different things and coming to a point of like resolve and acceptance. And at the end of the book, by the time I closed the book, I was like, wow, that was a beautiful story. But like while I was in it reading it, I'm just like, okay, what's going on? Wow, this is kind of dark, and like this is like really intense here, and what about this person over here, and like this is unjust over here and stuff. So yeah, 2 days later after I finished it, I'm definitely still thinking about it. Kirsten Hanna's writing is amazing. Like, she definitely brought all the characters to life really well, and man, it was a really great book. I will say though, I didn't have bad dreams while I was in the midst of reading this book, but like pretty much every night after, like, I'd be reading the book and then I'd go to sleep, my dreams, like the vibes of it were like kind of dark, like the book kind of was. Like, I wouldn't say the book was like dark because it wasn't really that bad, but like there was so much inner turmoil going on and a lot of hatred and a lot of just, it's really good the way somebody's like going through something, and so like since you're inside their brain kind of in this book, you basically feel it. And so like I'd be sleeping and I wouldn't necessarily have dreams about the book, but I would have dreams with some of the characters in it and just like feel the vibes of it, I guess. And it's very heady, so that was kind of annoying because there's 2 very pretty German shepherds sticking out of this forerunner. They're cute. So yeah, but overall I would give it, I think I gotta settle on a 4. It was really good. It wasn't a 5-star read for me because of the beginning of the book. And there were a lot of things that happened in the book that made me angry because it was very unjust, and like I got really annoyed with some of the characters. But it was a really great read. I would totally recommend. So that's my review on Night Road. Another Kirsten Hanna book under my belt. She's a great author. That book was really good. So if you like what you heard here while I spoke about Night Road, totally check it out. It's a really good book, and it was pretty heavy. I would say it was a heavier read. I don't really think there were any trigger warnings, really. Not really anything that intense, but you could look them up if you want to. Hey guys, I just made a trade on Facebook Marketplace. Yesterday I finished Night Road, and I guess the review is at the beginning of this video. And so I was looking for something else to read, and I went on Facebook Marketplace just to see if they had The Nightingale, because I still want to read that book. And somebody was selling it for $5, and so we met up, and as I was about to Venmo her $5, we were talking about the Kirsten Hanna books that we've read, and I said I just finished Night Road, and I've read The Great Alone, and she also read The Great Alone, but she was like, oh, I've never heard of Night Road. Was it good? And I was like, yeah, it was pretty good. Like, I have it if you want it. And she was like, okay, let's just trade. So I got The Nightingale for free, and I just gave her Night Road. So I'm really happy. It's so weird to finally be holding this, because after I finished The Great Alone, I wanted to be able to get this and read it. And my birthday's in a couple days, and I was planning to get this for myself for my birthday. And now I got it for free. So that's really encouraging, and I'm really excited to start reading it. So yeah, that's my news, and I feel really happy. So I guess if this is the end of the video, thank you for watching, and if you've read Night Road, let me know in the comments, and I definitely want to hear your thoughts on it, so we can talk about it. Also, on my Patreon in the Fiber Friends Club, I posted something about me finishing Night Road and wanting to hear y'all's thoughts about...
Did you say use guys?
I almost did. I kind of did. Oof. Wanted to hear your thoughts on the book, because I really want to talk about it with somebody, but I can't like spoil anything unless you've read it. So let me know if you've read that. And join the Fiber Friends Club if you want. It's a fun time over there, just me and my one patron. So anyway, and I'm wearing my linen shirt, and it's so cute and comfy, and it's honestly keeping me cool. Like, as I'm sweating, the shirt doesn't get wet. So that's been fun today. Anyway, I got The Nightingale, and I'm excited to read it, and I'll give you guys a review on it as I'm reading it later. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.